passion, we all seek joy.
We all grew,
We all
we all,
grew,
we all
we all
scarred, we all
scarred, we all felt
scarred,
burden
burden
to
to
cry.
cry. We are one, one here, and we all breathe the same. In the darkness of the night and in the glory of the morning, we walk along the path to find our way. Hey ya, sisi moya.
Hey ya,
Hey ya, sisi moya.
hey ya, hey ya,
Hey ya, sisi moya.
hey ya, hey ya.
Hey ya. Now we stand here together and lift our hearts in song to the rhythm of this moment in our lives. Hey ya, sisi moya. Hey ya, sisi moya. Hey ya, sisi moya. Hey ya, sisi moya.
Hey ya, hey ya,
Hey ya, sisi moya.
hey ya, hey ya,
Hey ya, sisi moya.
hey ya, hey ya.
Hey ya, we are one.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the 2022 graduation ceremony for Palm Beach Gardens Community High School. It's my honor and privilege to be standing here today. It's my honor and privilege to be standing here today to celebrate this grand occasion. As principal, this is the greatest moment of each school year. The moment is not replaceable and is guaranteed to be an event you will remember forever. If the pandemic has taught us anything, we now know that school is way better in person. Dances and activities, performance, games, they all need to happen, and graduation is not an optional event. So without further ado, live and in person and in one location, it's my honor to present to you the 2022 graduating class of Palm Beach Gardens High School. Please rise and welcome our graduates.
Good morning, friends, family, teachers, and staff, and classmates. My name is Jeffrey Angelo Lopez, and throughout my 4 years here at Palm Beach Gardens Community High School, I've been able to partake in a variety of responsibilities, such as Future Business Leaders of America Chapter and District President, Global Business and Entrepreneurship Magnet Student, National Honor Society Parliamentarian. I also helped raise over $6,000 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And now I have one more duty at hand. I have the honor of being your Master of Ceremonies for the Palm Beach Gardens High School Class of 2022 graduation ceremony. Now, please help me welcome Cadet Senior Chief Jarrett Grismer and the Palm Beach Gardens Chamber Choir, who will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand. Let us have a moment of silence for our brave first responders who put their lives on the line every day for our safety. Thank you. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the singing of the National Anthem. Parade the colors! And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hoist the colors!
It is now my pleasure to introduce some platform guests with us today at our ceremony. Joining us to my left on stage is Senior Class Counsel, Dr. Adam Miller, Mrs. Jessica Clausen, Senior Class Sponsor, Assistant Principal of Curriculum, Mrs. Francois Lowery, and Mr. Jeremiah Stewart. To my right, please join me in welcoming the best area superintendent, Dr. Joseph Lee, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Ed Tierney, Chief Academic Officer Dr. Glenda Sheffield, Chief Operating Officer Mr. Joe Sanchez, Manager of Alternative Ed Dr. Angela Best, Honorable Judge Samani Rowe, and Region 1 School Board Member Barbara McQuinn. Also joining me on stage in the foundational support to this grand event is some feeder school principals. Please welcome Ms. Katrina Granger, Dr. Vernica Murray, Ms. Sharonda Allen, and Dr. Presley Charles. Thank you for all your years of support and guidance. And lastly, it's my pleasure to introduce one final special guest, Superintendent Michael J. Burke. As the superintendent of an A-rated school district of Palm Beach County, Mike Burke is passionate about enduring academic excellence and paving the way to postgraduate success for the district's more than 170,000 students who attend nearly 180 schools. He is deeply committed to the school board's mission to educate, affirm, and inspire each student in an equity-embedded school system. As superintendent of the 10th largest district in the nation, Mr. Burke also oversees Palm Beach County's largest workforce. The district employs about 23,000 people. Please join me in welcoming our superintendent, Mr. Michael J. Burke.
Palm Beach Gardens, class of 2022, I am so proud of you, and more importantly, you should be proud of yourselves. Parents, family members, friends, and staff, please join me in a round of applause for these amazing graduates. All right. Let's go Gators, which is hard for me to say. But, this class, the class of 2022, has a special place in my heart. I'm about to wrap up my first year as superintendent, and so this is my first class. And, I sat down to write my first commencement address. I was staring at the blank page in front of me. I opened up a dirty window, and I was struggling. My wife came in and said, "What's wrong? You got this. What's taking so long?" And she said, as some advice, just think back to your own high school graduation. So I did that, and I had to think really hard because my graduation was back in 1985. That's 37 years ago. As you guys would say, it's been a minute. Actually, it's been 19,447,200 minutes, but who's counting? I did remember a few things. I remember coming into the room. I remember sitting down and then trying to look around across my classmates to connect with my friends. I remember trying to find my family in the audience so I could give them a wave. And I remember portions of the speeches from my classmates. And then I came to a really humbling realization. I couldn't remember the superintendent's speech. I couldn't even remember the superintendent's name. And, that brought me some perspective, and I realized that today it's all about you. It's all about you and the people who helped get you here today. Your parents, your family, yeah, amen, that's right. Your friends, your teachers, your principals, your counselors, everyone that's had a hand in getting you to the stage today. So I'm going to keep it brief, And besides, this speech can't be too long if I have any hopes of it going, blowing up on TikTok. So I'm keeping that in mind as well. But on a more serious note, I think you all understand that you've reached a pivotal point in your life. I'm not going to belabor that. And some of you may have a plan all figured out. Others of you might still be working through it. And that's okay. What I'd ask of you is just to keep building on this education foundation you have laid. You got a strong foundation. There's a variety of ways to build upon it. You may be heading off to college. You might be looking to go to career and technical education. Some of you may be ready to enroll in the armed services. And some of you may be jumping straight into the workforce with an apprenticeship or some type of job opportunity. Those are all great options. But what's important is that you always keep moving forward. And one more plug I'll just throw in. Some of you might want to come work for a school district of Palm Beach County. We are the largest employer. Maybe not right away, but maybe sometime down the road, we'd love to have you back. But anyway, I'd ask that you just, keep working to move forward. No one's got it all figured out. Even those that had the best laid plans may end up changing them. And what's important is that you're always investing in yourself, But you're going to hear, you've heard probably growth mindset, lifelong learner. That's all good advice. So I'd offer you the same advice I offer my own 3 kids. I've got 3 graduates. The youngest just graduated FSU. Go Knowles. I've got a daughter who graduated UF, so she's a Gator, and that's softened me up on rooting for the Gators a little bit. And I got a daughter who went to FAU, so I pretty much covered the state, most of the regions of the state anyway. But my advice to my kids and to you all is first, be kind to everyone, including yourself. Be considerate, be empathetic, be true to your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Be thankful for what you have. And then lastly, as somebody who worked for this district for many years as the chief financial officer, when you get that first career, get that first paycheck, pay yourself first. And that's probably an old saying, but that basically means take a small piece of your paycheck and put it aside, put it into savings, put it into investment. And if you do that throughout your career, you'll be very happy you did at the end. You'll be amazed how much that will work and grow with compound interest. So I just have one last homework assignment for the class of 2022. As you sit here today, I'd like you to think about that one person that had the greatest impact on you, the one that you feel like really inspired you to make sure you graduated today. And I'd ask that in the next few days, you take time to write them a handwritten note. Don't grab your phone and just fire off a text message. I think this is bigger than a few emojis. Let's write a nice handwritten note, and I promise you, when you bestow that note upon this special person, they will greatly appreciate it, and you'll be glad you did it. So with that, I am going to leave you with a song. This song was released in 2004, or you guys would say it dropped in 2004. That's about the same time you all dropped into this planet 18 years ago. And I'm hoping that it resonates with you. I would ask the chorus and anybody else who feels like singing to jump in and help make this a little more festive. I am not much of a singer, so I'm going to step away from the microphone quietly.
I am unwritten, can't read my mind, I'm undefined. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten.
Thank you, Superintendent Burke. Support. Support is the basis of getting through any challenges in life. Here at Palm Beach Gardens High School, we've been able to receive extraordinary experiences and education due to the support of the amazing teachers and staff. As you may know, with every great team comes an amazing leader. Throughout our 4 years at the Swamp, there has been one man who has given each and every one of us his unconditional support. This man, day in and day out, made sure every single day at school felt like home. Whether through the honor roll barbecues, greeting us every morning at the Jurassic Park gates, attending every PBJHS event, or maybe tweeting out every accomplishment that our students have had on his Twitter, this person has helped every student strive for greatness. For more than 20 years, this man has been a role model to many. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the principal of Palm Beach Gardens Community High School, Dr. Don Hoffman.
Thank you, Jeffrey, for that introduction. Good morning, graduates, family and friends, staff, distinguished guests, and our virtual viewing audience. The time has come to make it official for our graduating seniors. And because of that, I will take back my good morning and let's call it a great morning. It is, it's a great morning. So here we are, at an important checkpoint in life, getting ready to celebrate 13 years of hard work, patience, diligence, perseverance, and maybe just a little bit of luck. This year has been anything but normal, but it was the most normal year we've had and seems to be a long time. Yes, we had some surges and spikes, the two most dreaded medical terms no one wants to hear. But we have found a way to be here today. That alone is a reason to celebrate. But before we celebrate this amazing class of 2022, let me first recognize my amazing staff. You have battled and persevered through some of the toughest times to date in education. And in the end, like the Elton John song says, I'm still standing. It really was never a doubt, but sometimes it did feel very questionable. Nonetheless, just like this amazing class, we made it too. Additionally, I'd like to take a moment and recognize some graduating staff today in the almost 200 years of teaching service as they move into the retirement world. Please join me in congratulating Mrs. Kathy Roberts, Mrs. Carolyn Bruce, Mr. Richard Fagan, Coach Alvin Esley, and Mr. Steve Crawford, who will not be in classrooms in the fall. Also, a special thank you to Ms. Julie Rogers for your service in our front office. Thank you for making an impact in our Gator community, and well wishes on your new free time. Additionally, I'd like to take a minute and thank the family and friends that are here today. Your role in supporting the graduating senior today was critical and anything but normal. And parents, who knew that you would be dubbed as quasi-homeschool teachers and facilitators for about 15 months and never took a class for it? For most, it probably felt like a reoccurring bad dream, like something out of the Groundhog's Day movie, or just the feeling of your kids in the back seat saying, "Are we there yet?" It definitely was a memorable time in our lives that never seemed to end. Nonetheless, I'm glad that is kind of over with, and we are all here today. So thank you for filling in. And now the class of 2022. You are a remarkable group of Greater Gators. Yes, today will be the last time you hear this cliche term, but it really has served you well. If you think about what it has done for you, it has really shaped who you are. Whether you're a scholar, a performer, an athlete, or just a skilled individual, this is your identity. Your uniqueness is your superpower. And it's not what you created on your Snapchat or Instagram pages. You must find a way to actually physically market yourself in a way that showcases your Greater Gator talents and hides the skills that are still under development. Keep in mind that you are only a fraction of the person today that you're going to be later on in life. There still is much more learning ahead of you, but I know it won't be in a classroom at Palm Beach Gardens High School. As of today, those days are over. Bigger and better things are in store for you at your next destination. But as you sit here today, ready to stamp your own ticket to the next level, let's take a minute and remember your journey. For me, this is a memorable one. For a select group of Gators sitting here today, we started this journey together in 2015. That's 7 whole years. People often say that relationships start getting tricky or tough after 7 years. And in this case, I think it's true. I really can't hold on to you any longer, and it's time to go our separate ways. But this will be a good breakup, and it's been a true blessing taking you through tough times that we may not want to talk about, also known as middle school, to the driven and focused person that you are today. Each one of you has a different story that we probably have shared together, which is why this is so special. It truly has been an honor being a part of your life up until this point, and I hope you feel that you are a better person because of it. I know I am because of you. For everyone else, you have become special to me as well. You see, my actions are intentional, and for me to greet you, serve you, and say, "See you later, Gator," every day, it's all part of the process to make sure I give you the right amount of support and guidance. I know every day isn't perfect, but neither is life. Sometimes you just have to find the good and create your own path to success. I think you have all truly figured that out and are ready to leave the Gator nest, also known as the swamp. So as I look back over the last year, we truly had to reinvent ourselves. Coming out of the pandemic, I think we all thought that life would just start right back off where it left off. Well, I think some people missed that memo. For transportation, the teachers, custodian support staff, lunch food, and even the students, it didn't quite go as planned. Buses didn't show up and were late, a lot. Teachers didn't come back to work. Subs were nowhere to be found. School food was stuck in the supply chain, and some of your classmates never came back. It was a tough year. As you know from society, open really doesn't mean we're open. However, the world has slowly recovered, and we can now enjoy things that we once took for granted, which includes school. Thankfully, we figured out a way to navigate through some tough times and make it to this memorable day. I do believe the pandemic taught us a lot about ourselves. Just remember that we must always keep moving forward. By sitting here today, we have done just that. So as you move forward through life, draw on these recent past experiences. They have ironically made you more resilient than any other class that graduated from the swamp. Just think of it as a bonus feature to your 13-year journey. As I wrap up my speech today, trust me when I say the best is yet to come. Today is noteworthy and truly worth celebrating. In fact, maybe celebrate a few days. However, when the dust settles and you have that all-important diploma in your hand, life becomes real again. But believe me when I say that this begins the best phase of your time on earth. As a graduating high school senior myself, surprisingly almost 30 years ago, I had no idea life was like this. I only knew what I saw, which was my destiny, but I'm glad I was wrong. It's my hope you go off and write your own book, chapter after chapter, and someday you'll look back and say, I'm sure glad I believed in myself. Graduating Gators, families, and friends, it's been an honor and pleasure to be your principal for the last fill-in-the-blank years. I wish you the best in life, and may the almighty Greater Gator spirit guide your every move. Congratulations, class of 2022. You did it. It's now my honor to introduce the salutatorian of Palm Beach Gardens High School, class of 2022. This student has exemplified excellent qualities throughout her 4 years in high school. She has finished with high school with a 5.24 HPA, while taking a variety of advanced placement, ACE, and dual enrollment courses. Outside the classroom, she's a student athlete, being on the PBGHS volleyball team her freshman and sophomore year, and competing in club volleyball. She's also a member of the Math National Honor Society and the National Honor Society. After high school, she plans to attend the University of Florida, majoring in aerospace engineering. It's my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian of Palm Beach Gardens High School, class of 2022, Phoebe Hurl.
Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. Welcome to the Palm Beach Gardens High School Class of 2022 graduation ceremony. My name is Phoebe Hurl, and I get the great honor of standing before you as this year's salutatorian. I would personally like to thank my parents and entire family, as they have been a huge support system for me throughout my many years of school. When I look back on the past 4 years that we attended Gardens High School, I mostly remember it as a blur. Our high school careers have flown by much faster than our freshman year selves ever expected it to. I know every one of you remember walking into this school on our first day, thinking our time here would last forever and that college would never come. We thought nothing of what career we wanted to pursue, which college we want to attend, or practically anything involving post-high school. Then everything seemed to hit us at once, or the summer before senior year, as we went from focusing on school and our social lives to feeling like we have to know every little detail of what we want to do in the future and how to do it. We don't all know what we want our futures to look like, even at this point, and I surely don't expect anyone to know at our young age. But every single one of us has the potential to accomplish everything we want in life and more. I personally have struggled with this idea over the past few years, but don't sell yourself short by limiting what you think you're able to accomplish, as it'll only tie you down. I know this sounds ironic coming from me, but truly past this point in your life, grades don't define you. Today, we will all walk across this stage to receive our diplomas, and almost every single one of us won't look back to our past high school selves or at the grades we received.
Take my dad, for example. He was able to get a six-figure job with only a high school diploma. He overall managed to live a happy life, have a loving family, and did so with only the amount of schooling that we now have. There's all different types of success and what it looks like to different people. You could find happiness in a trade, for example, or decide that college is the path you want to take. Yet in my dad's case, he worked hard to move up the ranks of his job and gain the experience he needed. Therefore, I have found that hard work and persistence does much more for you in life than simply being gifted with school smarts, if there's no drive to succeed or passion tied to it. I can say that without the effort to push myself past what I thought I could do and sign up for the classes that I wasn't as confident in, I wouldn't be standing here today giving this speech to all of you. What got me to this point was taking APA's classes and dual enrollment courses, rather than continuing to doubt myself and my ability to work hard enough to get a good grade. So basically, my concluding message is to take the risk and push yourself to new limits, even when you might not be the most confident, because groundbreaking discoveries and successful people are made only when we are able to step out of our comfort zones. Congratulations to the class of 2022 for making this huge achievement of earning a high school diploma and starting your own individual path to success. Thank you.
Thank you, Phoebe. It's now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of Palm Beach Gardens High School class of 2022. This student exhibits the qualities of what a true Grader Gator is. He has been working diligently for the past 4 years, taking 17 advanced placement classes, 5 ACE classes, and 6 dual enrollment classes. Throughout the 4 years at the Swamp, he has finished with a GPA of 3.98 and an HPA of 5.49. His achievements are countless. He has been recognized as a National Merit Finalist, Pathfinder nominee and winner in the Academic Excellence category, and has received the Barbara James Service Award for his outstanding contributions to the community. Outside the classroom, this student has played on the varsity soccer team for the past 3 years and volunteers tutoring students. Additionally, he serves as the president of 3 different organizations: Health Occupation Students of America, Math Honor Society, and Science National Honor Society, alongside being a member of the National Honor Society. He plans to attend Georgetown University, majoring in philosophy in the fall. It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of Palm Beach Gardens class of 2022, Dylan Taylor.
Good morning. I'm honored to stand before you today to deliver a speech I am not qualified to give. I'll start with the thank yous to Dr. Hoffman and our amazing administration, to our teachers and faculty, to my counselors, Mrs. Brush and Mr. Reese, the best JV soccer coach. Thank you so much for your guidance over the last 4 years. Mom, Dad, wherever you are, I don't know. I am grateful beyond words for all you have provided me. Most of all, you have given me the tools I need to succeed, and now you must trust that I can handle the freedom to fail on my own as well. Skylar, thanks for spending your day off of school to sit through this. Guests, on behalf of all the students, thank you so much for being here, for your immeasurable time and support. I'll keep this brief for you. Class of 2022. Deep breath. Savor this moment. Reflect back on where you came from and be proud of where you are. I need not elaborate on the unprecedented difficulty and hardship many of us have faced over the last 4 years, as if high school isn't a strange enough time without a pandemic. Though I'm confident that, despite the obstacles, it has been an enriching, invaluable 4 years for all of us. Despite the obstacles, we made it. We're here, graduating, right now. Woo! We have all earned this, and it's no small feat. Now, I'm just a student like you. I'm in no position to give advice, but I do hope to leave you with 2 calls to action. First, after high school, whether you are going to work, military, college, or otherwise, Don't let this be the end of your education. Hopefully today you can look past the all-nighters, summer projects, and algebra homework and appreciate how valuable your education has been, how much it has taught you about the world and about yourself. Don't let that journey end here. Education doesn't just come from the classroom. Live, experience, get out of your comfort zone. Listen to what other people have to say. Read, travel, learn. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Second, as we enter adulthood, we are inheriting a world that, with all its beauty and flaws, is now our responsibility to take care of, to maintain, and to improve. Now, I won't tell you what to believe in, but whatever cause makes you grit your teeth or clench your fist, whatever cause you know is worth fighting for, fight for it. Believe in your convictions, but don't be too proud to change your mind if and when logic or experience prove you wrong. Listen to people you think you disagree with. Hear them out. That's part of education. You may be surprised to learn you have a lot in common. And if you're 18, register to vote. It is your right, your duty, and your obligation to engage in politics. Remember, it is now up to us to care for and to love our world and the people in it. It is up to us to be the change that we seek. If not us, who? And if not now, when? Class of 2022, congratulations again. As of today, the world is yours. The possibilities are endless. Carpe diem, seize the day, make your life extraordinary. You only get one, and it's no dress rehearsal. So live a life worth remembering. Thank you.
Thank you, Dylan, for that awe-inspiring speech. Now it is my honor to introduce the Palm Beach Gardens Chamber Choir and the Palm Beach Gardens Band. The Palm Beach Gardens Chamber Choir, under the guidance of the talented Miss Carissa McCrosty, has been able to participate in the District Honor Choir, FAU Honor Choir, and has had superior ratings at the Florida Vocal Association Performance Assessments. Similarly, the Palm Beach Gardens Band has had an extraordinary year. Under the guidance of Mr. John Rodriguez, the marching band had its first ever sweep of all captions, earning first place at competition. They also attended the FMBC State Championships for the first time in school history, earning a spot in the finals and finishing 4th overall in the state. The marching band, concert band, and jazz band all earned superior ratings at their respective FBA music performance assessments, an accomplishment that hasn't been met in over 20 years here at Gardens. Here to perform, We Are the Voices, the Palm Beach Gardens Chamber Choir, followed by the Palm Beach Gardens Band performing A Song of Hope.
In every heart there is a place that shows us who we are. In every heart there is a place that finally that you will find it.
Look
The
around.
time has come for you to see.
We are the voices and we will be heard, finding a voice that will free us. We are the voices and we will be heard as we finally sing.
Ooh, we are
Only what we feel, what we feel. There is only one way we can be, and that is standing up for who we are in. Side by side, we stand up tall so we can feel the unity of who we are in. Side by side, we stand up tall so we can feel the unity of who we are in. There is only one way we can be, and that is standing up for who we are in. I know who I am. I'm breathing the fire. I know who I am. I'm breathing the fire of mine. So I can feel the fire in my soul. 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 I can feel the fire. Look around.
and you will see it.
Do you see
That you will find it.
Look around.
The time has come for you to see.
We are the voices and we will be heard, finding a voice that will free us. We are the voices and we will be heard as we finally sing. Now we are the voices who will be heard finally. We are now the voices. We are voices finding out that we have what we need right now. We are heard.
Thank you to the Palm Beach Gardens Band and Chamber Choir for that amazing performance. At the beginning of our senior year, we elected a student who we believed would be best fit to become our class president. We wanted someone who was hardworking, charismatic, friendly, intelligent, courageous, and admirable. These words can only describe one student, and that student is Lucila Solari Castellini. Since the beginning, we all knew Lucila was an amazing choice to be our class president. From waking up extra early during homecoming week, to helping plan and construct our senior hallway, to working diligently with her senior officers team to make sure every senior event would be one we would never forget, Lucila was there whenever we needed her. Along with being senior class president, she holds a plethora of other accolades, such as being the student body president, ACE diploma recipient, National Honor Society member, and garnering over 500 hours of community service. Lucila plans to continue her education at Florida Atlantic University with a double major in political science and international relations. She truly is the epitome of a greater Gator. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce our senior class president, Ms. Lucila Solari Castellini.
Good morning, class of 2022, faculty and staff, and esteemed guests. Before I begin, I would like to give thanks to some individuals who are the reason I'm here today. We give all my amazing teachers at Palm Beach Gardens High School for showing me encouragement and providing me with knowledge and support. The guidance department for giving me hope and support no matter what obstacles I face. Ms. Noble and Ms. Smith for being amazing class advisors and allowing our senior class to enjoy our senior year in a memorable way. My overprotective brother and built-in best friend. And lastly, the two individuals who I look to them as my heroes, my role models, my inspirations, and I most proudly call them my parents. Julio Solari and Maria Castellini. They sacrificed everything immigrating for a better life for my brother and I, teaching me to always look to others with kindness, follow my dreams, taught me to be proud of my Latina heritage. Yeah! And stand up for what is right. Mamá y papá, gracias por todo, te quiero y besos. It feels just like yesterday we were baby Gators walking the gates of Gardens on our first day of freshman year. We faced our first midterm nerves, met some of our greatest high school friends, realized some of us are meant to be athletes and some of us are not, including me, not. Stomped our feet at our very first pep rally, and the next thing you know it, we're in the sophomore year with 1 year down. On March 13, everything changed for the whole world. The unthinkable occurred. Those 2 weeks of sophomore year turned into a month, and the next thing you know it, school in person was eliminated for the rest of the year. Junior year came along, and I'm sure for many of you, it felt as if a blur. Every day felt the same, awaiting the moment the clock would turn 1 more minute so you could log off Google Meets. Or those moments when you're taking a nap during math class, hoping you would get called on. Or having your microphone accidentally on. Finally, it was summer, and it set in. Senior year, we're almost at the finish line. The year we waited for a whole life finally came. It was our senior year, 2022. Woo! And I'm proud to say that after the strange time we went through, we made sure we left a post-COVID mark. From a legendary Powder Puff game with one of the best turnouts ever, with the iconic senior cheerleaders and their performance, our senior walk-in, our entire senior homecoming week, and senior athletic activities, and their fantastic senior nights from football to volleyball to soccer. Athletes continuing on their signages, academic career signages to D1, D2, and more. Academic scholars receiving awards for all their hard work with full rides, scholarships, and incentives to top-tier colleges and vocational schools. Class of 2022, we did it! We had a whirlwind of a high school experience, but as a class, we took it and made it unforgettable, leading up to this very moment right now. Now look around you. Your fellow Gators are future politicians, lawyers, doctors, entrepreneurs, pilots, teachers, and so much more. Be proud of yourself in this memorable accomplishment. And remember, even as time passes on, you will always be a greater Gator. As Bob Marley once said, love the life you live the life you love. Now, as you embark on this new chapter of your journey, please remember to always treat others with kindness, equality, respect, and most of all, love. Thank you for having me as your senior class president, for I was so honored to represent a beautiful, driven, amazing, motivated, and vastly diverse class that is the class of 2022. Thank you and congratulations.
time has finally arrived for us to formally present our seniors their diplomas. The personal pride you have in your graduate success can best be demonstrated through the respect for each graduate. Thank you, everyone, for your cooperating and preserving the integrity and dignity of this ceremony. Mr. Burke and distinguished platform guests, the students assembled before you this morning have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Florida, the school district of Palm Beach County, and Palm Beach Gardens High School. It's my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2022.
Dalen Bryce Taylor. Phoebe Marie Hurl. Lucila Solari Casalini. Zoe Marks. Gabriella Hyde. Peyton Allen. Sullivan Collins. Kais Maya Tanglin. Jeffrey Lopez, Jared Greisemer, Dow Tran, Ryan Mustaf Uliak, Victor Jimenez, Johan Peralta, Camille Robinson, Addison Fraser, Enzo Vertucci, Helen Marie Gross, Alia Bengash, Sharon Yanis, Kari Rodriguez, Rebecca Kraft, Faith House, Nicole Knight, Fabricio Cavassa, Elizabeth Istis, Leah Al Amari, Jamiah Hillard, Lisbiel Garcia Acosta, Mohammed Chowdhury, Zachary Andio, Kayla Allen, Elijah Brown, Aiden McCawthor, Aisha Denton, Trinity Green, Gavin Freote, Mohammed Hussein, Youssef Abukurt, Schneider Albert, Stephanie Barrett, Makia Boyer, Anthony Brown, Claire Brock, Alicia Birchfield, Juan Castillo, Maximilian Cleary, Yoreluna Cherima, Jaden Coleman, Logan Cooper, Kiera Daniels, Anthony Dark Angelo, Destiny Demerit, Luke Darren, Cal Desjolais, Kyle Derosier, Linda Dones, Widno Dukta, Genesis Durant, Kaylee Ellis Millick, Victoria Eno, Davia Fassi, Dan Foster, Gianna Michaels, Lydia Wenzor, John Bray, Justin de Guzman, Joshua Gush, Peyton Giamo, Jam Philliskar, Kirsten Ford, Layla Frazier, Andrea Gonzalez, Helen Gonzalez, John Gonzalez, JC Goodman, Kayla Green, Molly Gray, DeAndre Harrell, Camilo Henao Garcia, Hugo Hernandez, Anthony Hanneberg, Sarah Jamgachin, Clonard Jean, Cynthia Jean, Yaneta Jeterik, Shalise Jones, Haley Jordan, Alexis Joseph, Cindy Joseph, Faith Knott, Kayla Lammy, Mackenzie Loreno, Charmaine Lawrence, Paris Lemons, Luana McGallis, Lily McKinnon, Farnage Miklas, Anthony Moe, Diana Morales, Jade Murphy, Maxim No, Connor Noon, Kirsan Earlers, Dalia Ortiz Perez, Ariane Panier, Edward Perez, Hong Fong, Reagan Pierre, Matthew Perkello, Clara Sales, Ashton Sanin, Michael Santillo, Roxy Sastre, Gabrielle Scott, Omar Shalaby, Shelby Smikey, Kendall Stubbs, Yanisha Thompson, Rocio Velasquez, Jasmine Walker, Courtney Williams, Viviana Shilo, Miriam Zaman, Javier Abad, Wichenska Abishat, Wichensky Abishat, Jacob Abrigo, Jose Abril, Sahara Acosta, Angel Aguilar Ramirez, Junaid Ahmed, Emmeline Apakaha Carias, Niv Laura Alexis, Janelle Alfred, Wanda Almanzar Jimenez, Michael Alvarez, Ever Ambrosio, Savannah Emerson, Mary Rose Ammons, Jamai Anderson, Candace Andrews, Elliot Anjout, Funa Anjout, Andy Antoine, Reese Arpe Vrana, Angelica Arroyo, Anthony Odvidson, Isabel Assay, Damian Astwood, Dominic Atwaters, Felicia Auguste, Daisy Ayala, Donald Ayers, Reese Azaro, Tyler Banks, Bryce Barnes, Carly Barnett, Frederick Barrett, Sarah Barrientos, Yenna Bartolot Perez, Benjamin Bates, Notorious Benoit, Lacey Biloski, Carrie Biene, Nabila Benti, Carrie Ann Black, Janiyah Blake, Brian Blanc, Cage Bloom, Antonio Bolden, Lazeria Bonner, Michelle Bonner, Christy Bourne-Nave, Prescott Bosfield, Kayla Buteau, Kate Boyce, Jaden Bricky, Kayla Brooks, Bianca Brown, Clyde Brown, Huron Brown, Precious Brown, Ariel Brutus, Tyler Buckley, Cedric Burney, Ivana Burrs, Elijah Butler, Federico Kalel Schiller, Kamaya Bradnock, Shoshana Campbell, Juandre Kennedy, Stacy Capra, Samuel Carrasco, Navian Cargill, Jimena Carrera, Alexia Casanova, Dean Cash, Mark Nolson Casimir, Crystal Castano, Kalan Sadat, Ruben Surmercy, Anayeli Shaj, Brian Shalia Cobb, Gabriela Caparo, Sabria Shavers, Wes Snyder Sherubin, Bartholomew Chevalon, Michael Javon Campbell, Colin Chevalon, Samantha Chevalon, Carsten Christensen, Raleigh Cianciaroso, Markin Civil, Arian Clark, Kristen Clark, Leda Claude, Jaya Cohn, Robert Coleman, Luvens Coleus, Raylan Coley, Jadon Colson, Myrna Corporan, Eric Correa, David Corriger, Bakari Council, Brea Council, Bryant Council, Isabella Kramer, Aliyah Cruz, Eugenio Cristobal, Jackson Crosby, Chiaro Cruz, Giovanni Cruz, Juana Shaquille Khalil, Audronetta Curry, Jason Cutts, Brianna Davis, Ezra Davis, Rosmar De Cruz, Brittany De Leon, Nisa Delis, Fedna Demustan, Justine Dennison, Takia Dent Smith, Hermaine Darius, Alexandra Diaz, Janaya DeCoco, Nicanor Dictant, Gulette Dominic, Kali Dor, Ashley Dorvilliers, Mitch Dorvilliers, Zelaya Dorvilliers, Vincent DuBose, Sean Dolly, Laura Eccleston, Kadeem Edmondson, Emma Edmondson, Amar Edwards, Natalia Edwards, Julius Eagleton, Bob Shelton Etienne, Javon Etienne, Natasha Escobar, Adisha Ewart, Owen Fagan, Christopher Fatigue, Lamaria Dorest, Guslie Fergus, Ivan Figueroa, Sarah Fowler, Claudia Favlio, Solomon Fleming, Dudlin Florent, Gabriella Francois, Kayla Fraser, Travis Frigario, Shay Diamond Fuller, Tykeria Fulton, Sadeja Gamble, Darvin Garcia, Kalisha Garland, Abernita Gashi, Karen Jaffrard, Brendan Gibson, Shamar Gibson, Jaden Gilmore, Javentia Etienne, John Janeco, Julie Goforth, Yaki Gonzalez Diaz, Sarama Graham, Amari Grant, Isabella Graver, Garth Griffiths, Dylan Grishhaber, Kevin Gurdian, Jaden Hawkshaw, Ayanna Hayward Gaygood, Marcus Halliburton, Ashawn Hall, Clem Hall, Dalen Hall, Davion Hamilton, Ariel Hayden, Anthony Stokes, Odali Perez Berduo, Sydney Dorcius, Jaren Kochi, Michaela Koprovish, Abigail Praval, Carissa Quinones, Jack Tillis, Khadija Below, Joseph Gush, Christopher Gutierrez, Isidro Lopez Barrios, Jacob Meyer, Vincent Wen, Jacob Orezi, Walter Thomas, Jacob Winnie, Bradley Hart, Joshua Hogue, Jaden Hayes, Brendan Hendrick, Joshua Henry, Zoriah Henry, Efrain Hernandez, Vanessa Hernandez, Jaquisha Higgins, Timothy Howard, Nicolette Hoyt, Trevor Hume, Tatiana Humphrey, Vantez Hunter, Jaden Hilton, Othniel Isman, Keon Ivory, Keontae Ivory, Arian Ivy, Fantasia Jackson, Clinton James, Elijah Janvier, Kenley Jean-Pierre, Erntia Jean-Baptiste,,, Rams Jean-Baptiste, 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 Rams Jean- Terrain Jean-Baptiste, Jela Jean-François, Tyler Jennings, Jonathan Drown, Yvette Jerdy, Anaya Jimenez, Darian Johnson, James Johnson, Cheyenne Johnson, Jonathan Jolly, Ariana Jones, Krishandra Jones, Jasmine Jones, Frankeria Jones, Nahenka Jorade, Alden Joseph, Nathaniel Joseph, Rolmendi Joseph, Tyler Joseph, Brandon Josiel, Andy Julian, Stevenson Julian, Devalee Jus, Liam Kasich, Kamani Kendrick, Zion Kennedy, Grant Kenny, Elizabeth Kikena, Dennis Killick, Cornaya King, Jawan King, Simeon Knuckle, Carrie King, Joshua Klein, Dalla Labe, Michael Lajeunesse, Juliana Yaris, Trevion Laster, Tayet Ni Lay, Elijah LeBlanc, Martavia Leggett, Julian Leon, Chance Leonard, Nodley LeVay, Nadira Levy, Rihanna Lewis, Allison Lopez, Gabriel Lopez, Edson Lopez Garcia, Jennifer Lopez Bautista, Ulysses Lopez Lopez, Tyler Lott, Julianne Ridor, Whitney Louis, Tyshell Love, Peter Lubin, Evan Lugo, Angel Luna, Geralis Luna Diaz, Andrew Mag, Joseph McQueen, Nicholas Madden, Steve May, Philip Major, Dennis Malice Martinez, Amari Manuel, Jaden Marrero, Amani Martin, Taylor Martin, Timothy McBride, Felicia McCrae, Russell McHugh, Shamari McNish de Yonks, Diane Melgar Mejia, Elizabeth Mendez, Brian Mendez Ramirez, Jeremy Menezil, Wenshis Millian, Derek Miller, Hilton Mango, Jaden Mobley Smith, Yom Mohammed, Gathering Moise, John Momperus, Shania Moncrief, Stanley Mondelus, Legine Mondesir, Andrew Montes Mejia, Nathaniel Cochante Munga, Junior Morales Perez, Daniela Moreno, Wolf Kenley Mortimer, Kitlin Mueller, Hannah Nadeau, Alexander Negron, Gregory Nelson, Maya Nelson, Alan Wen, Andrew Wen, May Wen, Fong Wen, Preston Wen, Trinity Nicholas, Tatiana Nicholson, Nelson Noel, Richardson Nonson, Jalen Norville, Lonel Montage, Luca Oberndorfer, Cesar Agando, Sandiali Oriental, William Ortiz Munoz, Hensel Ortiz Nolasco, Jabe Ortiz Velasquez, Nicholas Ortoneda, Jose Padron, Edward Pardo, Natalia Patterson, Irema Paxtor Gomez, Naomi Payne, Kaylee Payer, Michael Paytion, Sclafany Fidel, Anne Pierre, Brian Pierre, Marie Danielle Pierre, Tristan Pinkerton, Elijah Plaza, Brandon Powell, Quentin Powell, Elex Powell, Kendrick Prattle, Xavier Presner, Adriana Price, and Hale Kiros, Zawani Kiros, Harold Reidenheimer, Dominic Ramirez, Elvis Ramirez, Sean Raff, Carson Reed, Katiana Renoir, Jesus Reyes, William Reyes, Daniel Reynoso Mejia, Moya Richards, Alberto Rios, Hannah Rivera, Johannes Rivera, Douglas Ratcliffe, Adams Rivera Garcia, Ladejo Robertson, Christian Roberts, Mariah Robinson, Axel Robrero Vasquez, Jada Rocha, Hector Rodriguez, Haley Roldan, Micolin St. Jean, Jens Sentimon, Jasmine Sampson, Soraya Sampson, Devonta Samuels, Peter Lee Samuels, Adrian Santiago, Melvin Santiago Pagan, Daquan Saunders, Antonio Shanti, Olivia Scoglio, Charmaine Scott, Alton Sellers, Anika Sheriff, Tatiana Shai, Sean Silva, Caleb Small, Anijah Smith, Ayana Smith, Eben Smith, Ivral Smith, Jermaine Smith, Kenley Smith, William Smith, Brian Smith Zavala, Tabitha Smolin, Henry Soros, Unique Spalding, Dillinger Spencer, Michael Esperanza, Angela St. John, Tyler Stryker Palmer, Stephen Sylvan, John Tighe, Bree Tate, Wilbins Telsey, Robert Throop, Akira Torres, Jason Torres, Lejada Towns, Tuan Tran, Matthew Tucker, Doron Tuff, Cameron Times, Kayla Vadelspino, Jake Vonderwind, Tyrese Van Horn, Luis Vasquez, Deborah Velasquez, Rosa Velasquez, Amaya Velasquez, Helber Ventura Ortiz, Elvin Ventura Soto, Junior Vicente, Nada Vicente, Lonnie Vickers, Imani Victor, Stefan Vilme, Kayla Vincent, Ko Dang Vo, Talia Voltaire, Branisha Walker, Jonisa Walker, Pathany Walker, James Wall, Emily Wallace, Sasha Wengesi, Brianna Weigel, Erica Whites, Jeremiah West, Kendall Wester, Anthony Williams, Faith Williams, Levante Williams, Alisa Williamson, Beckett Wilson, Diamond Wilson, Jaheen Wilson, Daikiria Wilson Moore, Grace Wasuri, Brianna Wright, Jaylene White, Wilea Dorset, Anna Diego, Deja Hobbs, Natasia Hepburn, Lorante Hunter, Stephanie Sedano, Jaheim Wright.
At this time, it's my pleasure to present the Palm Beach Gardens High School class of 2022. Here is your class president and master of ceremony to lead you in the ceremonial turning of tassel.
Classmates, the time has come. Soon, we will all part ways and take our own desired paths in life. Some of us will head on to college, others will serve in the military, or go directly into the workforce. Just know, whatever you decide to do, or wherever you may go, you'll always be a Gator. And not just a Gator, a greater Gator. Students, please rise. Graduates, you may now turn your tassels.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct honor to present to you the graduated class of Palm Beach Gardens High School, class of 2022.